also Antonio Landis Thompson. I'm telling you right now, they're going to be dropping pure 24 karat gold bars indeed. Okay, you don't want to miss this because this show is definitely going to be lit. So, but before we jump into the show, oh yeah, make sure you subscribe. All right, share. Come on now, you got to share this with somebody and leave a comment. Better yet, those in the audience, this is your opportunity. You got what? 4 men on the stage? I'll tell you right now, you can ask your question, ask whatever you want to, because this is the end of Men Health Month. And I tell you, I got some true, real men on the stage. So I ain't gonna be playing around. Let's go ahead and get this thing started.
Step on the stage, ready to ignite. Yo, what's going live?
Oh, what's going on? What's happening? What up, though?
Hey,
Hi.
all too bad.
Wow,
man. Hey,
gosh.
Hey,
Come on now. Come on
hey.
now. Come on. Ah.
Whoa.
Oh man, I can't believe. Oh, come
my.
on. Whoa. Did you just go ahead and lit a couple? Come on now. We got a singer here now. We got a singer. Come on, Speaker T.
Woo, boy.
I'm loving this. We don't have an opportunity to get, I would say, some amazing men at one time on one stage. You know what I'm saying? With y'all powerful voices, y'all powerful messages, come together tonight and talk about man, health, mental, spiritual, physical, and whatever. Come on now. Hey, this show is lit. I'm telling you right now, I don't have to do a thing. Just sit back and enjoy the ride. That's what I'm going to do. But before we do all that good stuff, I want to make sure, in case somebody just new, join, and don't have an idea, just want to know who I got on the stage. So I'm going to go ahead and start to the man right beside me. You know, saying we're going to Dr. Pastor Prophet Anthony D. Shannon. Introduce yourself to the people.
Well, hey, this is Dr. Pastor Prophet Anthony Shannon, a prophet you can trust. Listen, I am the president of Leaders Live Generously Academy, as well as the Anthony D. Shannon Consulting Group.com, where we're raising up the next future leaders so that they can navigate and matriculate through all of the nuances that's happening in the world today. I wish I had something ready. We run for president because all right. So,
let's not go there.
good to be here.
Let's not. Hey, man.
That's a whole different. That's a whole different talk show.
Please, look.
Stay focused. Stay focused.
I figure I would start with something polemical and stirred it up already.
Well, yeah. You just started something. You're about to open the floodgates.
Listen, glad to be here, and thank you so much, brothers, to be here with you.
Awesome. We think you are here with us in your productive schedule, so we're definitely thankful. Just below you, we got another man. He's in the South, but he's up north. So he everywhere. We call him Eric L. Harrison. So, brother, introduce yourself to the people.
Well, hello, Grand. I was about to say Grand Rising because I'm so used to being on the House of Creativity. I mean, man, I gotta I'm so caught up here. But I'm Eric Harrison, and I'm a success architect. What is a success architect? What I do is I help you to, number one, establish your foundation so that now you can build your building towards success. And each and every one of these men here talk about that all the time. How do I do that? Number one, through coaching, through helping people to understand stuff about themselves they've never heard before, never knew before, and even stuff they're scared to even do, and then helping them to be able to execute it. Number two, speaking. Come on, man. With this voice, you think I'm not going to speak? I got to speak. God will get to me. He'll get on me if I don't speak. Anyway, a lot of times I didn't want to speak, but we'll probably get into that today. And third, by just being and doing what God would have me to do. With those three things going on, I am very busy, but not too busy for you. So let's get it, Wise.
Oh, yeah, we're going to get it. 24 karat gold bars dropped indeed. Oh, well, man, least not less, we got King Tone, Antonio Landis Thompson. Brother, introduce yourself to the people, man.
The best and the greatest day to be alive is today. My name is Antonio Landis Thompson, Coach Antonio Landis Thompson, King Tunes, your empowerment for success, purpose coach, helping you come all what you were designed to be, host of Winners for Life Coaching Podcast, content creator, husband, the one wife, and father the two. And it's good to be back 2 weeks back in a row. I'm so grateful to be 2 weeks back to both.
And watch, has that ever happened before?
No, he is the
has
first
that
one.
ever
He's the
happened
first
before?
one to do back to back.
Back to back. So I'm so grateful to be here. If I don't say nothing, I'm just happy to be here. Back to you, Mr. Wise.
Oh man, you gonna say something? Let me share something because I'm real. Yeah, y'all guys know
Okay.
I'm real. I'm a very honest person. Is my mother go ahead and wash you twice? You know you good. My mother is quoting stuff that you said last week.
Oh, thank you.
Know that you
Ooh.
are an impact. That
Thank
is
you,
my
thank you.
and my mother, saying she's full wisdom and stuff. When she said, you know what, that Antonio guy, he know what he's talking about. That right there tell you your voice, brother. So
Thank
you know
you.
what I'm saying?
Wow.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Powerful.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank
That's
you.
that's powerful because she came to me and told me, saying, you know what,
Ooh.
that Antonio guy's all right. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Because
Thank
the
you.
best and greater day to be alive is today. And with that being said, fam, we're gonna go into it. Let me go ahead into the chat real quick and see what's going on right here, real quick. Bam, Jay, what's going on? Beautiful intro. Yeah, bro, man. Hey, man, I'm that thankful. You know how the House of Creativity do it inspire you to be creative. So we thank you for that. And blessings to the beautiful show. Indeed. Hey, man, I'm surrounded by greatness. What can I do? I'm surrounded. I got to be great because I'm surrounded by it. So, hey, then we got Brown Chicken Cafe, that Terry P. Elmo, bro. I need to get you on the stage. Well, you need to be on the stage with us, bro. You know what I'm saying? It'd be complete. We had the dream team. We had the dream team on the stage. I want to start calling the next episode will be the dream team. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the dream team next time. But we appreciate you, brother, for tuning in. And wow, man. All right, fellas, you know how I do. I got a question for you. And now I'm gonna point out. I'll pick one. I want you to just be ready now. Be ready. So all right now. I'm gonna start off with this mental health thing, right? So mental health is critical issue in African American community. It's true. What strategies do you suggest for men to address and overcome mental health challenges? So the first person I'm gonna go to, let me go down the line. I will go with Speaker T. The microphone is yours, King.
Well, my brothers. And well, first of all, let's deal with in today's time dealing with men. Let's just say that men, we have been taught to be strong. We have been taught to ignore emotions, and we have been taught to not cry, suck it up, and handle it and deal with it. Yet we fail to teach us men that we are human. And as part of being human, we do cry. Tears was subject to come out of us. Pressure is subject to be upon our shoulders. And dealing with wife, kids, if you get to that level, that's a whole nother level of stress that no man has ever been taught, no man has ever dealt with. And then you got to deal with different minds and different thoughts and different ideas. And so when we talk about understanding mental health for men, we need to understand that includes emotional, psychological, social well-being. It also determines how individuals handle that kind of stress. Some people can't handle it. They haven't been taught, so they go drink, they go smoke. Some get off into women. Some get off into gambling. Some get off into other things, hunting or workaholics, right? And so it begins to deal with our holisticness of our well-being. So we thank God that today's time, because of education, because of the world is getting smaller, because of the internet and social media, now many people are talking about it. Okay, but good mental health is not just the absence of mental illness, but also the presence of positive characteristics, such as going through trials, tribulations, crisis, and it not affecting you. We call that resilience. Emotional stability, being able to handle pressure and stress without losing it or getting angry and putting our hands in a wall. That's what we call EQ, emotional intelligence, and then the ability just to enjoy life. I like how I'm gonna pass it to my brother Eric. Sometimes he's walking, and as he's walking in serenity, in peace, in nature, he's talking and encouraging brothers. You know what I mean? That is mental health, my brothers.
Oh, come on. 24 karat gold bars dropped indeed. Man, he already threw a gold bar at your way, Eric. So go ahead and tap in on that.
Hey, you know what? That's my brother from the D. So he always gonna look out for me and throw me a lob. Let me tell you something. I'm going to approach this from this perspective. This morning, I had worked pretty much most of the evening on into the early morning hours, and I had shared with the brothers something that I have been working on diligently from the beginning of this year until now. And I have had to stop and start and stop and start. And if anyone knows me, I'm a very confident brother. I'm confident. My confidence isn't in me, but my confidence is in Christ. So let's get that straight. But I am confident.
Come on now.
Now, being confident still does not make you impervious.
Okay.
The things in this life that will try to take you down, the things in this life that will frustrate you, the things in this life that will make you scratch your head and even want to stop and maybe even quit.
Whoa.
This morning, man, I was having some moments. It was tough. It was very tough. But I was blessed enough to have somebody to remind me of the things that Speaker T, the prophet, said just now. She talked about and he talked about. Look, man, all this work that you've done up until now is what is preparing you for your release. You have to go through all those things to be able to have a powerful release. So don't let your mental slip.
Come on now.
Don't let it slip. You are going through something right now. That was just this morning for me.
That's powerful.
For me. But then I said, just before this show, I said, you know what? I'm going to share that story because you know what? The way I get back at the enemy is to share when I overcome. Just as the prophet just said.
There you go.
When we overcome, that is how we build our mental acuity. That is how our spiritual man is built up even more.
Yeah.
Because not only do we overcome, but then we overcome by what? The word of our testimony. So how do you continue to keep all the other practical things that we can do? Seeing therapists and talking to trusted people and having a pastor and all those things. Yes, that will help your mental health. But being vulnerable and sharing things like this on stages like this will also build a fortress around your mind, and you will be stronger than you've ever needed to be to do everything that you need to do.
Ooh, come on now, man. I mean, you throwing lobs and he dunked with two hands, running it back down the court. You throwing a lob right now. Hey, Antonio, go ahead and dunk with two hands, brother. Just like your mama taught you, bro.
Well, what a great topic to be talking about, even sharing about mental health or health with men. And I was online and I went to myshortlist.com and it was talking about men's mental health and suicide rates. And they said in 2022, 15.1% of men ages 21 to 25 reported experiencing major depressing episode within the past year, 2022. But here's what is interesting, and I'll park right here. In 2021, among adults with serious mental illness, fewer men or less men receive mental health treatment, 61.3%, than females, 67.6%. So what that tells me is that there are a lot of men out there experiencing mental health issues, but they're getting the fewer treatment. Now let's go back. When I was growing up, when I used to see a brother in our mind, he was not good upstairs. We used to, I'll be real, we used to say he crazy or he nuts. Not realizing that brother was experiencing the same problem someone who had high blood pressure, cardio disease, but we didn't see it like that. We said he is nuts or he is crazy. Those people who we consider to be nuts or crazy, because they didn't get the proper treatment, some of them took their lives. And man, let's be real. If I'm dealing with a mental issue, right? Who do I go talk to? Because in my mind, like why I said, and the other brother said, we've created to be so macho. There's a masculine image.
Yeah.
You know, the cowboy, the wrestler, the football player. So therefore, when we deal with these mental issues, we don't know how to process it. In our mind, we're saying we're not a real man because we say, how can I be a real man, deal with these issues? How can I be vulnerable? I'm being tough. I'm a football player. I'm a celebrity. You know, I drive my NASCAR, winning all of these awards, but yet, how do I go and talk to somebody? So what men do, and I'll throw it back to you guys, we don't get an outlet to go talk like the girls get together. The girls get together on the weekend, they're gonna drink a little bit of champagne, and they're gonna paint their nails, they're gonna paint their toes, and they're gonna talk about, I tired of that, Antonio, or what this problem you having, Joe keep cheating on me. But us brothers, we gonna get together, probably smoke a cigar, drink a little drink, and we sitting at the bar dealing with all of that depression. And we just go home and we don't have no outlet. Back to you, Mr. Wise.
Oh yeah. Go ahead, Eric. Go ahead and drop that, man. Go ahead.
I just you named some things. The football player. You named all these other things. I want to add a couple of more names to it.
Go ahead.
I want to add the author, the speaker, the tech coach. I want to add the prophet. I want to add the life coach. I want to add the success architect to it too. Listen, people who serve and do what we do,
yes, sir,
have more attacks in the areas that we serve than people even realize.
Come on now.
When you set yourself to minister to people the way we do, that's why I'm being real about mine.
Yeah.
The attacks come. That's why it's important for us to have this forum right here.
Yes,
that is why it's important to have this, because look, I already know what y'all go through. Why? Because I'm going through the same exact thing. I'm going through the same exact thing. See, the trick is to make people think that I'm the only one going through it.
Go ahead.
I ain't the only one going through it because I'm not the only one going this direction. I'm not the only one that's ministering to people, helping people, coaching people. So that means we all going through it. And what you just said, Antonio, is so powerful. We won't talk to each other. And another reason why we won't talk to each other, because I'm the leader. I'm the leader. I'm the leader. Look, I can't show weakness.
Come on now.
You know how many pastors? Do you know how many CEOs, people like that, authors, speakers, tech coaches, have heart attacks, have strokes,
Come on,
have mental breakdowns, just because of that level of pride that they carry? And no one asked them to carry it. They just do it themselves because I'm the leader. So that's powerful what you just said, brother. That's what I want to add to that.
Oh, that's very powerful.
You know,
go ahead.
You know, what you just said is so powerful because, you know, I worked with the sheriff department. I worked with Detroit Police Department for 14 years out on the streets. And let me tell you something, man. When I worked with those guys that were in homicide, every day they witnessed somebody dying, murder, high stress. I mean, children is the worst, but it's every day. And they can't go home. And many of them are so stressed out, man, that they have nobody that can relate to them. Police officers, firefighters, you would never think that the high demand of running into a fire. See, we can run out of a fire. They're running into the fire.
Come on now.
The emergency medical technicians, the EMTs, and firefighters are the first ones that normally act an emergency. And you know, when people call emergency 911, it ain't to congratulate you or give you a plaque. Believe that, it's some issues going on. Military personnel, social workers, correctional officers. I was a correctional officer in the Florence prison years ago. I worked 4, 5 on every unit. I worked the open yard. I worked Supermax. I worked the shock incarceration. I worked the mentally insane unit. And let me tell you something. Every day I walked out of there stressed because you're dealing in that pod, what they, in the pods, and all them dudes do is cuss and fuss and trip and got nothing to do, and they try to intimidate you, manipulate you. Boy, you talking about stress. But the question, the challenge is, just like Eric said and Antonio, because they're the leaders, because they're the heads, who do they talk to? Who does the pastor talk to?
Come on.
Who does the police officer talk to?
Come on.
Who does the EMT talk to? That's why we have to have, sincerely, platforms for men who will be open, honest, transparent, and authentic in a safe space without throwing shade, throwing someone under a bus, and doing the same thing that we've been dealing with all of our life. That's why real men is important, to have a conversation, to talk. They call that psychotherapy. That psychotherapy is where we are able to talk, right? Yeah. And we need more psychotherapy. That's what this could be. This could be psychotherapy for us, just getting it out, putting it out on the table, getting out of us, talking about it, sharing with somebody, and letting people know that just because we're talking about mental health doesn't mean we're talking about, mental illness. It's two different.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Health is just getting stuff off your chest, being able to talk to another man about your marriage or some issues with your children, or hey, your own self stressed out. Man, I had a bad day. It's great. You need somebody to talk you off the ledge.
Yes.
Come on, man.
Look,
go ahead, Eric.
Look, and get this. Y'all go, look, we love going to conferences, don't we?
Come on.
We'll go to a conference, yell and scream, hug each other, hug the brother next to you. Oh, holler and scream, run around. And you go back home and it's right back to the same old thing again. The problem with that is having consistent conversations like this. You need to have conversations like this often. This is not a one-time thing. This ain't a one-time event where you go with your brothers and y'all kick it. And see, that's the other thing men do. We like to go off and say, hey, man, I'm going to have a men's trip and we're going to go all do this and we're going to fish and do all this stuff. But then when you come back, man, y'all ain't talking about nothing. You ain't even going to call that brother again until it's time to go on the next fishing trip.
Come on now.
Next trip. That's the next time you're going to call him. But you're not going to call him when you're going through. When you having that problem. When you just don't know what to do, when you start having thoughts that you should not be having. And guess what? Yes, we're leaders and we've disciplined ourselves to be who we are. But man, if you don't think that we don't go through,
man, please,
you got another thing coming.
Come on now. Come on. Let me step in for a second. And see, all y'all saying that remind me of a biblical principle. And it's in line when James 5:16, in the I would say the King James Version, where it says, confess your faults to one another.
Yes, sir.
Pray for one another that you may be healed. Then the effectual prayers of the righteous are very much. In the power of confessing your faults, finding that community, finding that group of men to come together and be able to share where you are fell short at, where you feel your concerns is with stuff, it's cause healing. So I was a man, didn't understand, like you said. And we talked about it this in the House of Creativity today. Terrence P. Elmore talked about it in his response. They're talking about we walk around with an emotional limp because we're so busy trying to be quiet. Go ahead and shake this thing off. You'll be all right. And you walk around with an emotional limp the whole entire life, real not knowing. You think you're cool, well, actually what you is, you're damaged. And we don't address being damaged. So what we need to do, as he said it in his statement, he said we need to find and create community, not just find and create community that we can get together, talk about these things, address these issues, then move forward with it. it was a blessing for me when I was my lowest moment in my life. My boy, he's on this Wise Going Live at 5. His name's Wimley. He let me in his house. He allowed me to be able to share my faults, where I came shortcoming. Within that, healing took place.
Amen.
Healing took place. It took time. It didn't happen overnight. But each and every conversation allowed me to get out a part of me that I was told I need to keep quiet about, that I'm be ashamed about. Then I realized it's nothing to be ashamed about. But each every moment teach me a stepping point how to move forward.
Yeah.
In that confession, healing happened. So right now you see in the stage of somebody who's been healed because he understands the power of community and confessing. So that speaks true in our community. And we as men should keep each other accountable. Antonio should be able to call me if he need to call me. I need to be able to call Antonio. I need to call Eric. I need to call Eric. Eric need to call Speaker T because we community, because we have built this bond of trust because we keep it real. And what happened is sometimes we want to hear stuff being real. Now we will mind being patted on the back, but do we want to be checked? Because pride come before the fall. Pride come before the fall. And we got to get rid of this pride thing and realize we got each other back. And not everybody, and it's true, not everybody got us, but you got to be able to find and create that community that does. All right, fam. Let me go ahead. I got people in the chat, so I want to make sure I recognize people, why they come in the room. So we got Janice Life. Good evening. Thank you very much. We got Queen Lakeisha. I am Lakeisha. Thank you, Queen. She said, greeting to everyone. Thank you. And we see your question. We'll come back to you in a second. And bam. All right. Great insight, Prophet. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Boy, y'all sound fat, Sarah. Okay, now. All right, now. I got a hello there. All right. And speaking to you, I believe you know who this wonderful person is right here. Hallelujah. Come on now. All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, you see that wave? Hey, man, don't be giving your little special wave. We don't need to be seeing all that. Get a room. Look, get a room. Teach us, Prophet. Teach us. I'm talking about. Hallelujah. 100%. We got right here 100%. And bam, and she followed right there. There is power in confession and community. 24 karat gold bars dropped indeed. So all right now. We got a question directed to one of you on the stage. I'm about to hit you with it. Bam. All right, Dr. Shannon. All right, I got your attention now, brother. Can you share some key strategy men can use to prioritize their health in today's fast-paced world? And that's from Queen Lakeisha.
Yes, Queen Lakeisha, 313 is the place to be. What Up Doe, all the way from Detroit in the What Up Doe Club. All great things come out of Detroit, and that's a great question. Sharing, in this high-paced world, challenging. What can we do? Well, let me say this. Number one, we talked about it a little bit earlier, and I would say regular physical activity. Right? You got to make time for some activity, right? Moderate intensity, aerobic activity, walking. It's amazing that I started walking. First, I was in the gym, right? I was in the gym and I was working. I was doing the treadmill and I was doing the stepper and all of that. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to do walking. I would do, me and my wife walk around the sub, and we started walking, and we would do like 3-4 miles, right? And then I hadn't been to the gym, just walking. When I went to the gym, I was able to run the treadmill faster and longer just from walking. I didn't know walking was that so powerful. So, I would say some regular activity, engage in enjoyable activity. I love walking, especially outside. It's so wonderful. Number 2, adequate sleep. You got to get some adequate sleep. You got to prioritize your sleep, right? When I'm sleepy, I go to bed. I don't even play around, but I get up. I might get up at 4 in the morning or what have you. But when I'm sleepy, I just go to bed. I don't mess around with it. I get to sleep and I let my body rest. And then I wake up and I'm ready to do all the work I'm ready to do. Number 3, you got to do stress management. You got to practice managing that stress. You've got to manage it, incorporating mindfulness practices such as meditation. Now, I don't know who and where in the Western church world, they thought meditation was wrong or what have
Go
you.
with-
But I found out even in scripture, meditation is free. It just means to mutter, to meditate on your future. You
This-
calm yourself down, you breathe, deep breathing exercises. Listen, they help you. Believe that. Even when when I work with the police, we get into a hostile environment. The first thing we try to do is calm people down. We tell them, calm down. Breathe, man, breathe. Okay, now let me hear what you're saying. You're talking too fast. Just slow down. And when they do them deep breathing, you'd be surprised how it calms a hostile environment down. Okay. Then we got regular health checkups. We were talking about that again. And you got to talk about health checkups. Okay. Look, Eric was doing push-ups. Okay. Now you can do push-ups in between watching TV. All right. You can do the back chair lifts. Okay. Little things like that will help you in a modern, fast-paced world where everybody wants everything quick, fast, and in a hurry. All right. Then I tell you, you got to do healthy work-life balance. I tell people either you manage the changes or the changes will manage you. So you got to have a healthy work-life balance. Set boundaries. Sometimes you got to get off of social media and deal with yourself. Sometimes you got to get off of these things and go work on getting your plan, getting your strategy, working the strategy. And then watch this. Take breaks. Take 5 minutes, 1 minute. There's a book called The 1 Minute Manager. Taking 1 minute and it would do wonders for you as you prioritize your personal time. Let me tell you what's going to happen when you do that. Everybody who were time stealers, everybody who was wasting your time, you're not going to have time for that anymore. And when you start challenging them to work within your time, now some might get offended. Oh, I can't believe they want me to. Yes, I'm managing my time. I'm managing my work-life stress. And then lastly, avoid, we'll say that again, avoid harmful substances. It may be innocent when you first start. Start a little drink, start a little smoke, start a little something, and then you want some more. Then you start going to it for the stress reliever. That's when you start getting into trouble. If you drink alcohol, do it in moderation. Got it? Everything you do got to be in moderation. I don't care what it is, smoking, drinking, coffee, it still has to be in moderation. All right? Seek support if you are caught up in smoking or whatever, or illicit drugs. You got to get some support. Talk to a brother. Hey, man, I think I'm having some challenges. You know, they're not going to judge you. They're going to help you. You got what I'm saying? And if you do these things, I believe that these things will help prioritize you, us men, in this fast-paced world, even though it can be challenging, but it is essential for maintaining overall our well-being in a short-term and long-term success. So I hope I answered that question for you, Queen Lakeisha.
Oh boy, you dropped 24 karat gold bars. Indeed, I believe everybody on stage and in all is brought they know bad. And you know, if you didn't get there, get the replay. Because he dropped the 24 karat gold bars. Indeed,
Me and Eric, we on. Come on, me and Eric, you know.
They say that was say, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, hey, my note, I write my notes right here. So you hey, Eddie getting backed up. I can't lose this information. All right, what we got here? Bam. All right, fellas, y'all doing the thing tonight. That's for Terrence B. Elmore. He said y'all doing your thing. He come from him. Then you know, Queen Lakeisha said, "What up, doe?" Then her response, great answer. Dr. Shannon, come on now. Got a few more comments in. So bam, we got the amazing April Whedon. You know who everybody know who she is. So thank you, Queen. She said, amen and amen, Prophet Shannon. So, and she said, great seeing y'all. We thank you, Queen. We thank you. We bless you. We thank you for bringing your time up in here. Well, we see another question. We will get that after the interlude. So, all right. Yes, regular health checkups. There you go. Yes, boundaries. I see somebody been taking notes and had the ability to type it out for us. Shoot, I just come back and get to the chat. You copy the chat. All right, yeah, take your breaks. Come on now. Come on, Queen April. So we appreciate everybody. There's some questions. But what we're gonna do for the next question, it's gonna be pointed to someone, but we're gonna take an interlude first. So guys, I'll let you go ahead and get a drink of water, wherever you need, and whatever you need to do. And we're gonna take a quick interlude. All right, fam. I just, I'm so, man, this has been so interesting. We don't got no time limit here at all, fam. We ain't got no time limit at all. As I try to go ahead and motivate, there we go. Bam, there we go. And we want to recognize a new sponsor to Wise Going Live at 5. We got ADS Assaulting Group, and they're gonna be dropping 24 karat gold bars indeed. So what I want y'all to do, take a listen to this, because I'm telling you, you want to sign up for this. So check this out.
My name is Anthony D. Shannon Sr., International Certified Leader, speaker, trainer, and coach, certified by John Maxwell and Samuel Chad. I am also the founder of Leaders Live Generously Academy, an Anthony D. Shannon consulting group, the #1 platform to help you overcome past failures, release your self-doubt, and shatter fears. You will reach your maximum potential and achieve high results in your life and your business. You see, my mission is to help you become the best you that you can be. With over 25 years of corporate experience, from sales positions to district vice president and even vice president positions with sales companies. I have been responsible for overseeing the success of training departments with over 3,000 employees. I've had the opportunity to create and deliver world-class, award-winning presentations on global stages and corporate platforms across North America. You see, my passion in life is growing and equipping others to do remarkable things and lead significant and fulfilled lives by overcoming and winning. You know, there's no greater mission for me, period. My motto is, everyone has a purpose. So you need to find your purpose and start living your life. That's why I've dedicated my life to teach and encourage people to win. You see, what separates me from the competition? I'll be flat out. It's honesty, it's integrity, it's relevance, it's passion, and it's care. We get results. I always say to live is to grow, and to grow is to change, and change is necessary for sustained success. You know, no matter the business you have, a sports team, corporate, management, or self-employed, if you are ready to unlock your full potential and win in life while serving others at the highest level, I want you to go right now to Anthony D. Shannon Consultinggroup.com or LeadersLiveGenerouslyAcademy.com.
All right, you see right there, 24 karat gold ball dropped indeed. If you want your purpose and you want your change in life, you definitely want to go to Anthony D. Shannon Assaulting Group, because he'll get you right. And many of us, even on this stage, can testify that this man is full of integrity, and he would guide you and elevate your level and get you to the next place in success in your life. So definitely check him out. So with that, family, oh yeah, we got some questions back for you. So we're gonna go back to the show. So let's go. All right, man, this show has been fire. And I got to go back to the comments, because there was a question there, and I'm going to go down the line. So just y'all be patient. There's no time limit on Wise Going Live at 5 today. So we're going to make sure we get y'all questions in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all guys good? Everybody who listen, you got a question you want to ask these men, don't be playing around. You better ask your question here. There's no limit here. You want to ask, you better ask somebody. They say, better ask somebody. But that's right here. So hit them chats up. So we got another question. This is pointing to another individual. So we waiting for this one. So bam, here it goes. Question, Coach Eric Harrison. All right, got your attention now, do I? How can men start thinking about their legacy early in their life rather than waiting until later years? Oh, come on now.
That, you know what, Queen Lakeisha, first of all, look. See, it would be a woman that would come into this room and make a man stutter. Like, the brothers ain't gonna ask a question like that. They're just gonna ask a question like, "Hey, man, how do you work out? How many push-ups you do?" She asking all these deep questions. So listen, first of all, and actually a plug to her show on Thursdays. Amazing show. And if you want more questions like this with more amazing answers, please check out her show. It's off the chain. To answer your question, and I can only speak from my standpoint. I had no idea of what legacy was growing up. I just didn't. I heard the word a couple of times, had no idea what it meant, and no one took the time to tell me. I learned about it a little bit later because as I got in certain circles, started speaking to certain people, I started understanding a little bit more about what that meant. Then when I had sons, I started teaching them and so on and so forth. But what I found out now, with a few grays on my chin and on my head, is that I knew about legacy all along.
Ooh, come on now.
Ooh.
Come on.
Just because I didn't know what that word was or didn't know what that word meant, I was living legacy from the time I came out the womb. From the time I came out the womb, I was living legacy.
Come on now.
And see, sometimes we get caught up in the fact that no one sat down and had this deep Mufasa conversation where you're sitting on the side of a mountain and there's a breeze and there's all these birds flying around. It's like, ah! You don't need all that. A lot of times, men, if you don't know how to explain legacy to your children, all you have to do is tell them to watch and look at what's around you. Look at your uncle over there, how he's working hard, how he's doing certain things, certain traits and characteristics he has. Do you see things that your mother does that you wonder what's going on? Have you been around your grandmother and you wonder why she liked being in that kitchen cooking and doing all that type of stuff? All of those things are a part of your legacy. See, the word legacy has become this sexy buzzword. You know, so many people, especially on Instagram and all these little social media things, they use the word legacy like it's so deep. You know, everybody want to be deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, even back in the day, y'all know when we was in high school, there was always that deep dude want to be deep and come in and then say something and then kind of pimp off like he said something. And then you look at him, he's like, what did he really say? I don't even know what he meant. Well, that's what a lot of coaches do these days. You know, all types of people try to sound deep and make things complicated. And most times they try to make them complicated so you can pay them so they can try to come up with something else to tell you about something. Well, I'm here to just release all of that. Queen Lakeisha, all we have to do is just look at what's around us. So if you're a young man trying to understand your legacy, and you may have a fatherless home. If you're a young woman and you don't have women around you, aunties and stuff like that, take a moment, right, to quiet yourself and look at yourself and see why you innately love some of the things that you do, why you innately even do some of the things that you do. Because legacy is in our DNA. Hey, Wise.
Come on now. Come on.
We said that on the first show that we ever had. Legacy.
There you go. That's the first one.
Is in your DNA. And I want to tell all of you something. Your DNA cannot be avoided. You can't get away from your DNA. That is who you are. And in that DNA, your legacy is passed down through it. Generation after generation after generation. And that is what's so powerful. So we don't got to go deep, and we don't, and reading books are fine. I'm not saying don't read them, but you don't need to read 7,000 books and talk to 6,000 people to find it out. A lot of times, all you got to do is look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Look in the mirror.
Ooh, come on. Oh, go ahead, Antonio. The microphone.
I want to say something about legacy because, like Coach Eric said, it's a flashy word now on social media. And when I first started to hear about legacy, I used to think about, legacy in terms of leaving a lot of money for my kids, leaving a lot of land for my kids, which is good. But I started to realize there's different types of legacy. there is the spiritual legacy. You understand what I'm saying? There like last week on the show I talked about, I didn't realize my mommy was teaching me a gratitude and gratefulness legacy before I even knew about it. You catch what I'm saying? You know, when I would come to college from the Bahamas to go on the plane, my mom, she said, you know, son, I don't have all kind of money, but she always would write a scripture on a piece of paper and put it in my hand. But I didn't realize she was teaching me a spiritual legacy. And I think what some men struggle with, and I'll be real, what some men struggle with, don't mind me, it's good to leave the inheritance and inheritance. But what some men struggle with, they say, if I don't have the money and I don't have the houses and I don't have the land, when I die, I'm a failure because I don't have no legacy. No, you're not a failure. You in church every Sunday with your son, man. If your son going through a hard time, he don't have to go to his friend. He can come to a father. What you doing? You're leaving him a fatherhood legacy that some men do never had. So this word legacy is more than just the houses. It's more than just the land. It's you the way you treat your wife. You teaching your son a legacy how to be a husband, man. Come on now. You see what I'm saying? So there are different types of legacy. And I think a lot of men struggle, you know, they look at Pastor Shannon and say, okay, Pastor Shannon get it together. You know, he get a nice house, a nice car, he's traveling, he's speaking, but you still have a legacy. In your community, you might have never gone to college. You might have never had a six-figure job, but guess what? All of those young men in your neighborhood, they call you uncle or unk. They come to you for advice.
That's right.
Because they respect you so much. You don't have the term life coach, but the words that you say to them, it empower them so much. You creating a legacy. So you might die not being a millionaire, but the legacy that you pour into them, that fatherhood legacy, you show them a legacy. Hey, buddy, I used to be like you.
Come on.
If you waiting, you cry. If you cry in the front of your son, or if you cry in the front of if you're a football coach and they saw your mom or your dad died and they come into the room to see coach and they saw you cry, you developing a legacy of transparency.
Yes.
So this legacy is so big, but some guys think that they are failed because at the obituary read, you know, they go around the corner, there's no money, but it's more deeper than that. The spiritual, I didn't realize my mom was teaching me a spiritual legacy. I didn't realize my mom was teaching me a legacy of being grateful. I didn't realize that my dad, he was always curious growing up. So he was teaching me, okay, son, he was teaching me a legacy of being curious, meaning you got to assess and you got to analyze everything. I used to wonder why, Dad, you asking too much questions, but he was teaching me a legacy of, son, you got to look at this from all different perspectives. I say, Dad, you crazy. You asking too much question. You looking too much. You going in too deep. Like in coaching, this a deep dive. I didn't realize that my dad. So I like to encourage you guys. Like Eric said, DNA is in your DNA. If you die right now, there is some type of legacy that you might not be aware of that you have already established and you have transferred to your children. Back to you guys.
Yes,
sir. 24 karat go. Speaker T.
You know, just listening to the legacy, I remember the story years ago that said that if you throw rocks at a person's house and the windows shatter and 4 of the windows are broken, or you come in and snatch the front door off and now the door is broken as well as the windows, and then you go and snatch a couple of the pieces of the siding, they don't condemn the house. But if the foundation is cracked on both sides,
Come on now.
And so men, as Dr. Miles Monroe would say, is the foundation of anything of society. And when that's cracked, I don't care what kind of building you put up. Those towers, the Twin Towers, were beautiful. They were tall. They came straight down. When you have the foundation off, everything, I don't care how pretty it is coming down. That's the legacy we leave, is the foundational piece. If my father went to work every day, even though he was a janitor, he left me a legacy of work ethic. If he was honest and he didn't get cheated and nobody could buy him, he left me a legacy of integrity and honesty. That goes further than all of the schemes and scams that Madoff did, because not only did he go to jail, lost it all, but the person with integrity still has it. Even when he died, his sons, the daughters talk about their dad and what the legacy that they left. That's because that's the foundation. And we have
there you go. Eric, let's step in and have a second. Hold that thought. He just said something that triggered something, because I think about me and my legacy and my father. My father, those who read the book understand the relationship I had with my father. It was not the greatest relationship. But one thing that he did leave me in the legacy standpoint was my name. And I did not realize until older that my name meant something, because my father named me. And like I said, you see the name, he said J. Mullane, also known as Wise. I hated, as is in the book, I hated the name Mullane because I could not understand. But the thing is, my whole name is unique, because I realized, because the Father had to show me, my Heavenly Father showed me that I had been uniquely placed and uniquely had been put in this world to do a great thing. My surname is Wise. Everybody called me by my last name, Wise, and that took a while. I said, man, I got challenges here and this. I don't know why I got this name right here. But I had to embrace the legacy that my father, even though he did not do what I expected him to do, my Heavenly Father knew what I needed to do and gave him a name that represent me and legacy, to be able to go out into this world and teach people about identity and awareness and help people through my love of technology. So yes, a name also means something as well, because at the end of the day, the Father God will make your name great if you're willing to submit to him as well. And with that, Eric, to you.
The thing that I was going to say was to piggyback and you come on, man, you know we flowing here, and it goes right along with what you're saying, Wise, is this. Prophet Shannon, you talked about the foundation that we leave, and that was a study that I did with another pastor, and we talked about the father fracture. And what the father fracture is a fissure or a crack in the foundation of a family or a lineage, whereas that father may have had some things going on with them. They may have left the house. They may have had some type of disconnection, right? And there's a fracture in that foundation. So now, Prophet Shannon, you said it. Anything that is built on a fractured foundation, fractured foundation will have problems that many times you will not even be able to discover later on down the line. Hey, when I was in Chicago, I lived in a house, and the house was nice for a while, but then all of a sudden the house started leaning like this a little bit. And we said, why is this house leaning? When the man came, he said, you know what? The foundation is crooked. Something's wrong with the foundation. There's cracks in your foundation. And now the house is leaning. What areas of your life are leaning right now? Not aligned with what God has for you. Not aligned with your destiny. Not aligned with all the things that you should be and could be doing right now. It could be because of that father fracture, that fracture that was somewhere in the past, but that is still attached to you right now. And if we don't deal with that right now, and I had to deal with it, believe me, I had to deal with it. Sometimes I still deal with it now. I see little signs and I'm like, oh, that's what that is. And I deal with it. But what areas of your life are being out of line because of that fracture, that father fracture that happened sometime in your life?
Oh, come on now. 24 karat gold ball dropped in D. Family, hold your thoughts, because we got people in the comments. We got people. So let me see. I want to make sure I recognize people. All right. Monetization. All right. Green Apo, thank you. Oh my God, with fires. All right, we did got RJD in profession, gentlemen, blessing kings, and then we got another question. So we're gonna take a couple more questions, then we're gonna have to wrap up because I ain't gonna keep y'all brothers all night. That is awesome. Oh, awesome. Okay, phenomenal. Kings, come on, King Eric, come on now. And they got an amen. All right, I'm going to take one more question before we do another interlude. Then we have another question. Then we'll go ahead and start wrapping up the show. Let me see. I found the other question. All right, let me see. I can find it first. I do apologize, gentlemen. I knew I saw a question earlier. I want to make sure
Just
I get
Queen
it
Lakeisha again.
Yeah, I see that, but we got another one for
okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
This is such a important topic, man. Especially black men need to have the same communication outlet as women. How do you change negative stigma around men having those vulnerable conversations? All right, I'll go with Antonio. You go first, my brother.
One of the ways you change it is by what we're doing right here today.
Yes.
When men see men that they connect to be vulnerable, it motivates them and it inspired them to talk about it. There's something about the mind that is so powerful, right? They said mommy could go to church, Big Mama go to church, Aunt Mary go to church, but everybody in the hood or everybody in the community, they see Mr. James go to the church. They see the coach of the basketball team go to church, or the guy see his dad go to church. It does something to him. So how we can change the stigma is that when men get in environments or forums like this where they can talk, so they come in there, they say, that's the pastor on stage talking about issues like that. So there are millions of pastors around the world see Pastor Chan and say, whoa, he's talking about it. They can see you talk about it. And so when men see other men talk about it and start being bold about it, it encourages other men. A couple of years ago, it was like a stigma. And then you notice that a lot of celebrities start coming out talking about their mental issues, because you always see this guy on TV laughing. You see all them winning the awards, or these people that we always see. So when they start coming out talking about it, when the brother see a guy who he looked to as a rapper come out and talk about his mental issues, or he's lacking as a father, or he don't have it all together, what that does, it motivates them. So to change the stigma is that we have to put men in environments or encourage them, but they got to see people like us, because they when they see us like this, they gonna relate to it. This live at 5 right now, anywhere right now on any platform all around the world, on all social media, people will log on to this right now, watch this. Why? Because they look on that stage and they can relate to what we're saying, and it will cause them to change the stigma. So one of the ways you got to change the stigma, and one of the ways, you just one-on-one, just talk to the brother. Just start talking to the brother, and you take that first step and start telling them something about you. I'm not telling you have to tell them all of your business, but when you start telling them something that you going through, or you're not having a hard day, or this was what you experienced, what you did, you plant that seed in his life, he walks away and starts saying, whoa, I always respected him. Like, I'll close with this. As much as Pastor Miles talk, I saw him when they went up in church, and he kind of said something where, as a leader, he was not good in this particular area. And when he did that, don't care what he's taught over the years, it brought him more of a connection to me. Because I'm saying, this is my hero. This is my dad. But he was admitting some of his faults. And sometimes as men or leaders, we don't want to admit. So to change that stigma, we just got to start talking about it. It could be at the family reunion. It could be in the house. It could be at the soccer field or the football field. But to change the stigma, we just have to start talking about it and let the cat out the bag, because it's not a secret no more. Back to you, Wise.
Come on. 24 karat gold ball dropped indeed. Come on, Eric.
Wow.
I saw you held your hand up. Do you have something to say, brother?
I was actually taking it in because it's so powerful. And to just piggyback off of what he said, you know, the path that leads to solutions, the path that leads to answers, is usually the one that's led by a man that's telling the truth about himself. It's so much easier to follow someone when you can truly know that they are dealing with some of the same things you are.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
And many times we don't follow people as men, and we don't connect to other men because we simply do not trust them. We don't trust them. We do not trust them. That is an issue that I still deal with today. Because I'm from Chicago. Come on, Prophet. And you know how we are. You from the D. And the first thing you do when somebody new come on the scene, what you do? You look at them sideways. Exactly. And they have to gain trust in some way, shape, or form.
No doubt.
Brother Antonio, what you said is so powerful. The quickest way to gain another man's trust is to reveal yourself.
Come on now.
I'm going to say that again. The quickest way to gain another man's trust is to reveal yourself. Many times when there were wars, the other general from the other squadron would come in and they were fighting and this and that, and they were having a truce. The first sign that, hey, I want to just be cool with you, I don't want to do this no more, is they would take their weapon from their side and put it in front of them, right in front of their enemy. They're vulnerable. They could get killed right there. They can't even defend themselves. But that trust is built by that first sign of just saying, hey, I'm good. I'm with you. They throw both their hands up and say, hey, I want to talk. That's what we have to do. And you know what? We talk about men, but that even translates to our young men. So many of us older men have this bravado, like, oh, I've been through it and you don't know nothing, young boy. Yo, that's the worst thing in the world you can do. And what happens, Prophet Shane? I'm going to toss it to you. What happens when we talk to them young kids like that? The first thing they do is like, man, that old head don't know nothing. He can't even relate to me. So be vulnerable. Open yourself up and do exactly what my brother Antonio said. So, man, powerful, powerful, powerful subject.
Definitely powerful. Let me go ahead and drop some comments in here. Corroboration of your four of you and your wisdom is a blessing. You know that come from Queen April. You know that's 24 karat gold. All right, Darius. Then you got Queen Lakeisha. She got fire. She got 4 fires. Come on now. Then you got Terrence P. Elmore. Fats. Then we got Nelson Wallace. And that's brother Daniel. Thank you, brother. He's 100%. That 24 karat gold bars dropped indeed. Family, we still got the show going on. We got one more question that's going to be asked. We got fire. I want to make sure I recognize that fire. We're going to tell you another interlude for another sponsor real quick. Then let the guys get a drink of water. I know they want to take a little swallow of water, and then we'll come back to the 2 last questions. Then we go ahead and you know how we do around here. Why it's going live at 5. So, family. All right, we appreciate you, gentlemen. Y'all go ahead and take a quick break, and we go ahead and do this quick interlude. Oh, family, we appreciate you very much. And what we're going to do is we got another sponsor. So we got 2 sponsors on Why It's Going Live at 5. There's going to be another one from EYP Coaching. They got a message for you. Check it out.
Imagine if you could write your own story for the new year. A story that disrupts everything you've done in the past. This isn't just a dream, it's a journey. And EYP Coaching is here to guide you. At EYP, we're more than just coaches. We are life architects, your partners in a transformative journey of self-discovery and growth. We personalized our guidance to fit you perfectly. It's never a one-size-fits-all approach. It's about listening, understanding, and collaborating with you. As life architects, we help you build not just goals, but a vision for your life that resonates with who you truly are and where you aspire to be. Imagine a coaching experience that merges the power of human insight with the precision of AI, a blend of technology and personal touch that offers solutions tailored just for you. It's not about changing who you are, but enhancing how you connect, lead, and grow. As a special gift to the Wise Going Live at 5 listeners, scan this QR code now for an exclusive 10% discount. Make sure you stay connected with us at www.eypcoaching.com so that you can embrace the new, take the leap, and look forward to the journey that lies ahead.
Again, we want to thank EYP Coaching for being a sponsor on Wise Going Live in 5. If you need a change in your personal brand, your business brand, and in your organization and your youth, the 7 life languages that EYP and their sets off the text are going to do, they're going to change your life. So family, definitely check them out. All right, family, we'll go ahead and get back into this show so we can go ahead and ask a couple more questions so we can wrap up the show. I dropped some 24 karat gold bars, I think, indeed. All right, crew. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get to that question real quick. Let me see one for Queen Lakeisha, where she asks, Coach Antonio, what is the top habits or practices that you believe is essential for achieving long-term success for men? Oh, you're on mute, brother. You're on mute. We gotta get you off mute. There we go. I got y'all.
Okay.
Try
What
it.
are the top habits? When it comes to success for long term, I look at it success as a 360 degree, spirit, soul, and body. Because when it comes to the success for long term long term success, sometimes we just focus on the physical. So we go to the gym, we pump that iron, right? But then also we forget the spiritual. That if you take, like we learned from our mentor, we take the tree out of the ground, it dies. You take the fish out of the water, it dies. So therefore, as a man, you need to stay connected to the source. So the spirit, you stay connected to the source. The physical, you deal with your body, keep your body in shape. But then you deal with the spirit. The will, the mind, and the emotion. So it's a 360. So when it comes to that long-term success, I like to say the spirit, the soul that deals with the will, the mind, the emotion, and the body. So so to me it's a balance. I just can't. I can focus on the spiritual, but I still need this physical body to fulfill the purpose, right? Or I can focus on the spiritual and the physical body, but I still need the will, the mind, and emotions. I still need conversations out here to learn how to talk. I need to learn how to deal with my emotions. I need to learn how to process that. So in answer to your question, for the long-term success, focus on the spirit, the soul, and the body. So look at us as a 360 degree. Back to you, Wise.
Oh, come on. 24 karat gold bars dropped in D. I got some amazing man on the stage today. I don't know how to wrap that one up. Oh man, we got somewhere from Mr. Miles right here where he says, by sharing a piece of our own story, we create a safe place for others to share theirs.
Yes.
It is in these moments of openness that we found strength, understanding, and the courage to move forward together. Come on now. 24 karat gold bars dropped indeed. All right, fellas. All right. We're going to ask this question. Family, thank you. This is going to be continuation. So there's going to be a continuation. So don't worry about this, because trust me, there's a lot more questions that need to be asked. They got a response back from Queen Lakeisha. She says, awesome response, Coach Antonio. Then we also have Val, the voice, called the Global Voice. She dialed in. She said, greeting kings. All right. So this question for each and every one of y'all guys. Define the word life and what it means to you. Speaker T, it's up to you.
Well, as I was listening here today, everyone was speaking and everyone was talking, life is about growth. Life is about reproduction. Life is about DNA. And whatever is in you is what's going to come out of you. And whatever comes out of you, that's what you leave as your legacy. And so as I was listening to all of you, believe it or not, I start jotting something down, and I want to leave it with our group. And it's called Men's Health. In the hustle of the dawn where ambitions rise, men stand tall facing life's demanding skies. With hearts of iron and spirits so bright, they forge their path from morning to night. Beneath the strength and valiant face lies a need for care and men of gentle grace. For even the mightiest and strongest, their quest for gold must nurture the body, the spirit, and the soul. To those men who labor from dusk to dawn, remember your health, let it not be drawn to the shadows of neglect where elements creep, where in wellness and vigor, men, your promises you must keep. Let the hearts be light from undue strain. Let not the mind be burdened with undue pain. So embrace dawn with a jog or a walk. Let your muscles breathe. Let your body talk. Come on, man, fuel with nature's bounty, greens and grains. Hydrate with water. Let it flow through your veins. Rest in the silence of the tranquil night. Let sleep restore, make everything right. Start speak of your burdens. Let them not fester. In the circle of men, trust. Find your heart's tester. Seek the wisdom of those who heal. For in men's care, we can find strength that's so real. For in the temple of the body, the spirit thrives. It's in men's health embrace the true man arrives. So stand with pride, men, but with wisdom too. For the strength of your health, you know we'll see through. Bless you, Men's Health.
Ooh, I had to snap on that one. I know Terrence P. Elmore is in the background snapping on that one too. That's what 24 karat go bars. Come on, Speaker T, the triple OG. Oh man. All right. The question next go to Antonio. You're under Speaker T. So define the word life and what it means to you.
Life to me, I'll say what life means to me in terms of in this moment right now as men. So as men, life to us is staying in a community, in a tribe, that we could be vulnerable, that we could share our feelings. Life to man is being 100% real and just being real with each other. Life to men all around the world, over 8 billion people in the world. Life to us as men is staying connected to the source, but also staying connected in a tribe and a community like this, where we could be transparent and be real. And like they say on the streets, keep it 100.
Keep it 100. Come on now. Indeed. Eric, I don't know how you're going to follow that up. Find the word life and what it means to you.
Man, we've been snapping. We've been keeping it 100. It's very hard to follow that. But the meaning of life to me, and that's been revealed to me probably over the last 6 months or so, it's just a string of lessons. A string of lessons that either we learn from them and move on to the next one, or we keep repeating the same old thing over and over and over again until we get it. And that's in every area of our lives, whether it's in our health, since we're talking about men's health. You know, you go to the doctor, tell you to change a few things, and then you slip and slide and go back to them same old things that cause those problems. Look, I'm telling on myself. I ain't telling on y'all. I'm sorry. I'm telling on myself.
You telling on me too? What you talking about?
But look. If
you don't be telling about everybody our stuff, man. You don't be telling about our stuff, man. Come on, I thought we supposed to keep it.
If you don't finish too much. Our relationships, right?
Yeah.
How many times, men, do we make a promise to ourselves that I will never do that again? I'll never speak to my wife that way again. I'll never do my friends like that again. And then one day later, you do the same thing. The same exact thing, maybe even worse. Don't flinch too much again, because I'm telling on myself. listen, the only way that we can live this life victoriously is to learn from each and every one of those lessons. Those things are lessons. It's not an incident. It's not nothing. It's a lesson. And life is full of them. So what I would ask everybody under the sound of my voice to do is to look at those lessons. Because again, those lessons are the key to you being successful and living the destiny that God has for you and everyone around you.
Come on now. 24 karat gold ball dropped in D. Family, right now, while these men are here, if you want to have another session or hearing this, y'all need to put yes in the chat. I want to make sure I'm getting some value in your time. Put yes in your chat. You want to have another session like this, and y'all can ask some questions. We can do a deeper dive. I want, y'all go and light up that chat real quick. Let me know what y'all think about that. Oh man, y'all brothers have been amazing, and I appreciate each and every one of you.
The book team wise, so I know we got to get that book out.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's confirmation. That's confirmation.
I'm with it.
Yeah. So I'm down. Let's go ahead and do it. So we got yes, and got yes, and got yes. All right. So we got some yes. So a mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, the word is established. It's already established. Let's make it happen. Family.
Hey, Wise, can I say something to you real quick though?
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
Be
careful, man. Make sure you ain't giving out no family secrets now. But go ahead.
Well, you paid me off before the show, so that's enough. But anyway, my brother, I remember when you started this, Wise.
Yeah.
Brothers, don't y'all remember when he started this?
Absolutely.
He didn't have that fancy background.
That fancy
opening.
opening.
The little blue light with the TV in the back.
Come on, God. On air.
We see you popping your collar, brother. We see you popping your collar. But before you start popping your collar, man, you had humble beginnings, bro.
Yeah. You
had humble beginnings. I remember the conversation you had with me, and you said, I don't know. I don't know if I'm... And I said, man, do it. Do it. It's time. Do it. Do it. It's time. And you stepped out, man. And you did it. And today we talked about vulnerability like crazy today. Do you know that the most vulnerable position there is to go out on a live show like this and present yourself to the masses where everybody can see your flaws, your weaknesses, and everything else, and be out there where everybody can talk about you? So you know why so many people are watching this show right now? Do you know why so many people see you as a trusted source for wisdom, Wise?
Come on now.
Because you made yourself vulnerable, bruh. You put yourself out there. Your book where?
Indeed.
You putting yourself out there, bruh. You got people wearing your t-shirt. You feel me?
Come on, Toyo. Come on now.
Brothers, y'all help me out a little bit. Like, you don't want his love, man. Please, help me out. I mean, look at that. Bruh,
that's fire.
Salute, bro. And we love you, man. And keep it up. It's only going to grow. It's only going to get better. It's only going to be more fire. There's only going to be more 24 karat gold bars dropped.
Indeed.
But someone had to step out and start it. And that someone was you, man. And I'm so glad you did it, bro. I love you.
I love you too.
It just gets better with time.
Oh, come on, man. The triple OG. With the metal tees.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, I can't say this. Hey, Queen Lakeisha said the best right here. She said, "So Rasta." So Rasta. Come on now. Oh, I appreciate each and one of you guys. And as I step out, you encourage me. Each and every one of your gifts and talents have molded me for a time like this as well. So I count on your guys as a community. So, I love each and every one of you, and I have a high regard, respect for each and every one of you. We're going to do this again because the requests have been made. So let's go ahead and make it happen. They talking about books. They talking about shows. Let's make this happen because it's hard to get men together to actually focus. Lord, let's go ahead and wrap up this show.
Peace. How about that?
Peace. We do the peace.
Double victory.
All right. We're going to have another show, fam. So we're definitely going to do that. So, all right, brothers. I appreciate y'all. If y'all can stick around for a sec, if you're able to, please do so. So thank you, each and every one of you. All right. Peace. Oh, we can be serious, but we can have fun at the same time. That's what men do. So I appreciate each and every one of you just stepped in and actually provide some great questions and actually feedback. I'm gonna be real quick about it, family. So as we already mentioned, the book Where is out. And I'll tell you, if you want to understand the journey of life and identity, especially like manhood, this is the book you want to have right here. Those mothers want to know how a young man think or how a young child think, you need to grab this book. If you are a school teacher, you need to grab this book. If you are a man, teenager, young adult, old man, you need to grab this book. This book right here is the fleshing of life. Not just for me, you learn about me, but I guarantee you it's going to open up so many things in your life as well. Great book. I'm telling you, the read is great. It's going to bless you. So I just want to make sure of that. And also I want to let you guys know, you can go to jmalanewise.com and you can find out more information about me, what I do as being a author, inspiration speaker, and a coach. And you can go ahead and get the book from there. And also the latest shows who come on Wise Going Live, all that stuff is there as well. And as you saw, well, Tonio had on, he had on one of my merch. So he went to the website. And you can get all the stuff on jmalanewise.com. There's a link there to get you to the part where you can see the merch, and you can get a shirt like Where. You can get the one I'm wearing right here with the 24 karat gold bars. You can get the one Understand Where You Are, Just Moving Forward. And let me show the 24. I got one for Wise Going Live at 5, but I got another upgrade. They're gonna coming real soon on that one. So, and I want to show you the 24 karat gold bars. Definitely, indeed. Bam! And for men and women. So just wanted to make sure I thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in. Let me say this. Love is an action word. While you're taking the time to love yourself, make sure you show love to someone else. And tune in this week for Wise Going Live at 5. So y'all have an amazing weekend. And thank you for tuning in. And I'm going to let you guys, we enter in well video. We're going to exit out well video too. So I definitely want you guys to check out this music video entitled Where. Hope it bless you like it blessed me. So everyone, take care. Peace.
Where do we go when the world feels so cold? Where do we find the warmth from stories told? A place to be that's not so far away, seeking love in each and every day. Where is the light when the darkness surrounds? Where is the peace when all we hear are love to someone